Wow, we have so much race to talk about.
Oh, let's watch this.
Okay, well, caption is come pick cotton with me.
Hi, my name is Hannah Lee, and I'm a farmer. Come pick some cotton with me. Now, I know what you're thinking. What on earth is she picking cotton for? If you wanted me to be quirky, I'd say it's in my DNA.
That is quirky. Oh, that is random.
XD, dude. XD random.
God, if I wanted to describe it,
If I wanted to go a little
mental.
socially awkward penguin.
Oh, millennial mode, dude.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I had to
Young as hell,
reference that
Fortnite.
shit.
This is, gosh. Well, now I guess I am. I didn't know we still had to do it like this.
So yeah,
Thought
this
you
was the
just
thing where I
machined
first saw it. I'm like, what on God's green earth is this?
But the truth of the matter is, it's in my household. And as someone who loves a cotton stuffed mattress and a cotton stuffed pillow, and I'm getting low on both, look at how gorgeous it is out here. You cannot tell me I wasn't born to pick cotton.
Stop doing it. Stop it. No, but don't do that.
I can
Stop
tell
saying
you,
it.
actually, you know what? I will say you were not born to pick cotton. I'm comfortable saying that.
I'll
double
challenge that.
down.
In fact, yeah.
Yeah, I'll double down.
And it is quirky. I'll
What?
admit that it's quirky.
Are you doing this for? What audience is this for?
Running low on cotton mattress and running low on a
This
cotton
is like
pillow.
a what's
Does it
her face?
degrade?
I'm like, is this in the like Nara Smith cinematic universe?
The like I'm building the thing from scratch.
Because
kinda.
the
But
dress
even
is
the
also
fit.
giving.
Homesteading, trad wife stuff. And I don't even want to say trad wife because just homesteading stuff is like very popular on TikTok right now.
The joking about it is insane to me. Like the second reference in 30 seconds, by the way, to like it's in my blood. Maybe I've been meant to pick cotton. Shut up.
Stop doing
Like, I'm not gonna say that often, but maybe keep that to yourself.
It's a little minstrelly.
Well, yeah. What audience is this
it's a
for?
little
Because it's
performance.
certainly not black people.
Yeah. It's not like
Because I don't feel good watching a black person pick cotton and go, I guess it's in my blood.
yeah, this is for like she's just sharing with white friends.
It
and
feels
they're
like, if I was in middle school making a joke about being black
and doing it that frequently is a middle
to
school
a
move.
white audience to like be accepted.
It lands the first time and then you're like, and maybe you're even bored for it. Do you remember when I said that before? Same joke?
Yeah.
Like when
Okay.
a little kid keeps walking around telling the same
So I
knock,
think
knock joke.
at this point I stopped watching and I unplugged my computer and it was 2 a.m. and I just went to bed and I bookmarked it and I didn't want to send it to Jacob because I felt it would be some sort of breach of our work relationship to send this to you at 2 a.m.
Wake up. Emergency.
I do think that if she were like, I'm picking cotton and look at how beautiful it is, and like, this is something I chose to do and I like to do it.
I
It's
think
like,
there is an
great.
acknowledgement is fine.
I
or
think
whatever, yeah.
there is an acknowledgement that I'd be like, I would want to stop those jokes at the 0th moment.
in D4 or whatever.
Yeah. I'd be like, "Hey, get that thought, destroy that thought with laser beams. This is something that I enjoy doing because I like my pillow.
And I don't want to, police anybody. Obviously, it's not like I don't want to make it illegal or whatever. You can say whatever, but it is cringe. That is the part that's sticking with me more. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Little kid coming up at Thanksgiving is like, did I tell you my knock joke? A couple times. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome, and I love it every time.
But no, I'm leaving.
Maybe there's some possible way that this wins me back because I have not seen the back half.
it's 2 minutes and we've only seen 30 seconds.
And boy, have we seen a lot. Boy, have we seen too much.
Cotton doesn't degrade, right? Like you don't have to replace the cotton in your pillow.
I think it just gets smushed. But also,
But don't you like fluff a pillow for that reason?
yeah, I think you can.
You put even more cotton in endlessly.
Also, don't people put like feathers in pillows to be like the fancy schmance?
If you
Yeah,
use
but
it-
I think a lot of people don't like. Well, also maybe she makes her mattress. Maybe she makes her
How often
pillow.
you gotta
Like,
make a mattress?
that's unusual.
Okay. Wait, go back. Is that her laughing? Yes. Oh my God.
You cannot tell me I wasn't born to pick cotton.
That is the most evil.
That is the most fucking get out shit I've ever heard. That is the most like in the sunken place shit I've ever heard.
the sound of the tea stirring and
Also, I can't help but notice that there's a cut before the laughing. So it feels even more premeditated.
I love my little bulbs and I cannot wait for them to produce more cotton. Look how cute they are. Now the fire ants were getting on to me.
Just a little quirky moment.
Just a little, nah.
Imagine I did.
Remember?
Do you ever? No, I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
But there's something to the process of getting home and...
This is Zoomer girl race car bed. That aesthetic. That's
I see what you mean.
That is Lightning McQueen for like a 10-year-old. Same thing.
Like when I see this, I'm like, no way you're de-seating these on your bed. I feel like you're just trying to show us your bed.
Yeah.
The process is so relaxing. I'm serious. My husband is so cute. He came and bought me coffee.
You know. Cut that by. I'd believe he bought you coffee if I didn't. You'd have to show him doing it. Even that one hand in frame.
That's metaphor. That's deep reading, the white hand of colonialism. Let's go to her response.
I posted a video of me yesterday picking cotton and everybody's upset. Some people are saying it's because of the dark humor. Other people are saying it's because of the fact that I'm picking cotton.
Dark humor is a funny choice of words. That's all I'll say.
It's really dark. It's almost black.
Y'all will literally rage about anything. I have had outrage about every single choice I've ever made. From my hair, to the way I dress, to the person I married, to how many kids I have. The list goes on and on and on.
Kids, yeah.
But I've learned that I just need to be 100% myself, even if that doesn't fit the black stereotype.
Well, I do want to acknowledge up front, yes, those are all, I'm sure, criticisms that she gets, and none of those are valid, and they're all suitably on racist assumptions and like anti-race mixing. All that's all shitty and understood. I just think there is like so there's an argument to like indulging a little bit in questionable tradition, like wedding dress is a really good example. There's questionable ethics in ordering something on Amazon. You need paper towels today. Just go ahead, acknowledge it. Don't pretend it is. Don't argue with people online about the ethics of it. Acknowledge that there's something iffy about it. Just fucking do it. It doesn't end the world. I think trad wife implications and trad core, not necessarily cottage core, though there is crossover, I think crosses over the line of acknowledgement being enough. It's a little, it's in the same realm as like alpha male stuff, where I'm like, okay, look, a lot of very lonely people, a lot of very lonely men. If they find empowerment in that, good. I want people to feel empowered, but not at the expense of, say, women, not at the hate of queer people, not at the indulgence in really toxic trad mask behaviors. It's not the having a lifestyle you enjoy part that I find unsettling. It's not the being a stay-at-home parent part that I find unsettling. None of this in isolation is a problem to me. It is the like self-identifying, and they're only doing it to some extent, but like, I don't even know if you use the term trad wife, so I'm not even describing her specifically, but I think trad as a tradition, I don't believe you when you say that it's just a look and anybody can live anyway. I think if you're big into trad, you kind of do think everyone should do it.
What I'll say is that let people live their lives, and they have agency and they can do whatever they want. But I do think this whole like, I'm a content creator and I know people take issue with anything, I'm just being my authentic self, I call bullshit on that, because I think that if you are a content creator and you can't acknowledge that being fully authentic is impossible, you're being obtuse, because this content is edited. This content is by you. It's like you've grown an audience. You like kind of think about what goes where and how things are presented. Like, I get what they're trying to say. I think when you fail to acknowledge that anything that is content, especially like content that you're profiting from, can be cynically viewed as calculated, is I just think it's in bad faith. Like, I think you can't actually believe that. Or you're delusional if you do. Like, it's content. Like, as much as we try to be, like I would say with this podcast, we try to be authentic, but like acknowledge that like there's things that we cut out. There's times where like we look stupid and we go, Jacob, can we take that out? Mm-hmm. In every decision we make, it is inspired by our beliefs and thoughts and ways we want to like live our life, but we also like want the show to be commercially successful because we want to continue being able to do the show.
It's like how the version of yourself you put forward to acquaintances is always going to be a little less authentic than it is to friends, less authentic than it is to very close friends.
And, yeah.
Because it's work.
And so try as we might to present the most authentic version of ourselves, we will always fall short of that goal because it is something is lost in translation. Like when you set up a camera and
hold a camera posture, aware if I'm out of frame.
Yeah. By virtue of me thinking about my presentation on camera, technically that's already like not authentic to like how I am, but I still want to present a version of myself that is close to authentic.
That I just need to be 100% myself, even if that doesn't fit the Black stereotype.
Neither of us fit the Black stereotype. Maybe we fit the like Black nerd sub stereotype.
We fit the Tekken playing.
Yeah. There is a subsection of Black that we now fall into, the blurred subsection. But
born through RuneScape.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like that's level 1 of feedback. Like, that's like, sorry, I don't fit. Sorry, I'm not like, insert stereotypical Black name that no Black person actually has. Sorry, I'm not high jumping gunslinging basketball player. Okay, that's why it feels like middle school, because those are the types of things like every friend that I had who was a person of color that existed in like a predominantly white space, or while they were existing in a predominantly white space, especially when you're that young, it's very common to do like the self-deprecating identity jokes where it's like, I guess my hair does feel like a sheep because I'm surrounded and I'm afraid and I just want to fit in.
And that is a woman who loves farming, who loves having children, who has a really dry sense of humor. And scroll through my social media and just look at a few of my posts. I'm very in-depth about who I am. And if you don't, just be like this baby. And if you don't like something, just keep moving.
That sentiment is fine. It is very much like, watch me kiss this white man. The liberals are going to hate this. Look at this kiss to own the libs. That's kind of what it felt like.
It's not the libs that are going to be bothered by that.
Are they? I think they'll be fine with it.
Again, it's those little whistles like, even saying political correctness anymore.
I know, even saying political correctness.
Grandma,
it's like, okay, it's not 2010 anymore.
Yeah, political correctness as a term, it's never applied to like any broader actual issue. It's applied to when your granddad still wants to say colored.
Yeah.
As someone who's huge on personal accountability and growth, I decided to review my cotton picking video to see if the jokes that I made really were geared towards the Black community.
No way. What do you mean? See if they really were geared towards the Black community.
Was it supposed to be?
Who were they? Who else could they be geared towards?
What is
their slavery jokes about picking cotton?
Is she trying? I mean,
okay, yeah, let's hear
more,
out
but
her
it
argument.
sounds like she's trying to say, I wasn't talking about me being Black. I was just talking about
me being a farmer.
Me being
having a farmer in my blood.
DNA. Yeah.
Okay.
The laugh in that video says otherwise.
The cut and then the laugh. Yeah.
As I am a farmer who actually picks cotton, and as I listened to that voiceover, I heard the words I and me. And I realized that I did not say a single thing geared towards anyone besides myself.
No, all I was saying was me specifically, my specific DNA, independent of everyone and everything else, is what could that possibly have meant, and why did you laugh after? Because that's not a joke if you're not referring to something other than yourself.
If you're not referring to people in the past, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. Just own it. Like, that's kind of what we were saying. Is like the only problem I have is like you're contorting your logic in a way that's like so indefensible. Like that just doesn't, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. I used I and me statements. Okay, you can say I come from a long line of clowns.
but I wasn't talking about the past.
I wasn't talking about, now when I said
the long line is me.
When I said honk honk, me and my crew come out of a tiny little car, I was just referring to me.
My car and one person. I'm a one-person crew.
I'm not referring to any of the clowns from the past. There's no I'm not your stereotypical clown. I squirt milk into my face.
Oh, that was
instead of a little water.
God, that was tough. I was like seeing a video where someone gets shot in the face. I felt like the
lively.
Going grammar is the final. That's the coyote biting off its leg to get out of a trap. Which
Yeah.
is like, that's not technically the word that I said, so you actually can't be annoyed with me because of the rules.
I'm curious where she goes from here.
But since I happen to be a black woman, the internet has decided to tell me what I can and can't joke about, what I can and can't do because of the color of my skin.
Okay, people are not saying that you can't, but they're saying that it's cringe and bad.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's such an because the Nara Smith crowd kind of ends up doing it as well, where I'm just like, okay, look, you're online. People are allowed to make fun of you. There is a distinction between mocking, ribbing, bullying, and attacking. There's a range,
Well,
and you could
criticizing, I would say,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the first level, like maybe people are just criticizing you and not saying you can't do this, but just saying, I thought that was cringe.
I was upset by it, because at a certain point, you're like, you have nearly 900,000, nearly 1 million followers. You're not a small bean, you know, like it's like, if you can't, like, just criticism comes with it. And it's like everyone,
you will have like plenty white viewers that will go like, oh, they like joking about it. I can joke about it with them. They like doing that. I
Yeah.
thought they would upset
I mean,
them.
that's why Dave Chappelle ended his show.
and that's
To bring him up, but you know.
And not to invoke.
I mean, well, Dave Chappelle ends his show because the wrong people were laughing, right?
Yeah.
And then he came back and said some very bad stuff.
And then he took the same path that everyone does when they get criticism, is that they pivot extra hard to the
Yeah.
people that will welcome them, which is typically the right.
Even when she said the jokes, I may have even said, don't do that. And I'm not saying that as a you can or can't do this. I'm saying as a come on. But then I also have said, you know, not as a joke, that she's entitled to express herself however she wants. But I also think it's naive to not understand why or where the criticism is coming from.
Learning to receive criticism, it's not a natural skill. It is learned.
Mhm.
I mean, like, in my case, I learned because in like a professional scenario,
Yeah.
that's where because
exactly.
feedback, if communicated well and there is like an
It's a
actual,
gift.
it's a study. Feedback's a gift. I think a lot of people are naturally reactionary to any kind of bad feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are never in an environment where you have to adapt, it's very easy to avoid negative feedback when there's no job on the line or there's no relationship on the line. When
Right.
instead it's, well, like, I'm just going to cut off this friend, or I'm just going to ignore that, or I'm just going to distance myself, or I'm just going to go into denial, or I'm going to insulate myself in a culture or environment that agrees with me.
My hug box.
But then once you actually like, if you don't let that muscle atrophy and you do train the ability to receive feedback, you will feel better. You'll know when it's sincere. You'll know what's valuable about it, if anything, and you'll know how to give it and encourage better delivery of it to you.
Yeah.
As opposed to this, like, this is like if you got a cold and just, you go like, I'm just never going outside again. I have to
Yeah.
hide in here. I won't hang out with anyone. I'm like, no. You just wear a mask on the train.
There's something very similar to her response as that white woman who was saying the N-word. The last white woman that said the N-word with the latest one.
Not the
last.
won't be the
I hope
last
it's the
latest.
last.
The latest, the one who like immediately pivoted to grifter mode.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like
the parachute.
where her apology was like, I found nothing to apologize about. This is like reminding me of that.
And you do not need to worry about my children because they are interracial. They will learn to appreciate both sides of the coin and learn not to take life too seriously because an occasional joke does not mean a lack of empathy.
So this is authentic to you? All this shit in front of a camera? Maybe I am the most cynical person on earth, but I don't believe the person who's like always like dress flowing in the wind, like spinning around and like her husband dipping her as they kiss in front of the camera.
Best case scenario, they're boring.
Yeah, I'm like, is that for real? So you're saying like that's authentic? Because damn, that's annoying. I was like,
you sound difficult to be around.
okay, that's fine.
The joke is not in relation to you. It's honestly none of your business.
Every time I see her spinning around doing her like Gone with the Wind moment, she's looking into the camera. Maybe appreciate the outdoors if you're so into that.
Oh, whoops, you caught me frolicking.
Yeah. Oh, the hidden frolic cam caught me. It was hidden in a sunflower.
That is all fine until you're using it as evidence of authenticity.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's if suddenly, I don't know, I got in trouble. I like shoved someone at a bar. And then I played an episode for the cop and I'm like, but I'm pretty authentic. I'm just being myself.
And those of you who do not like me, go fish. Because I'm going to be me regardless of public approval.
Okay.
Go fish. I've never played Go Fish. What do you do when they say that? Is it you ask for the card? And...
You like grab some more cards from the top.
Okay, so if you're not an authentic follower, you gotta
But I think
get more videos.
Was she making like go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
Joke.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because she was like go fish. Because I felt like a very unnatural use of that.
Go freaking gosh darn get out of here.